myself, I am seeing this generation of idiots.
My generation, I don't know.
So now that's a good way to get somebody to listen, to get young people to listen to old people. You listen up, you idiots.
Yeah, they really love that.
You bunch of idiots. Now listen here, you doggone idiots. You imbeciles.
You say that.
Huh?
Why don't you put the camera on you when you say that?
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah, stand by your words.
Listen here, you doggone imbeciles. All right.
I'm a little
There you
scared.
go. Nitwits.
We
Young'uns
must all
are
live
nitwits.
together. We must all live together.
Young'uns
now.
are nitwits. They're all nitwits.
Oh, one of you out there watching the show.
This might be fighting.
My kid may be out there.
They don't stand a chance. You know, I should have had the camera on me the whole time when I was talking that whole rant. Keep me posted. I haven't got a brain.
You get Rush Limbaugh has not a thing on you.
Oh no, I wouldn't want Rush Limbaugh to come to tea. You know what I'd do if Rush Limbaugh came to tea? I'd do that.
I think it'd be fun.
To do that.
Yeah. Having Rush Limbaugh here.
I can hear the water growling.
Get it word in edgewise.
I have a lot of Republican acquaintances, and they're really fun to hang around until you talk about politics. You know, poverty or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. No,
Something
seriously.
that matters, you
No,
mean?
Republicans are nice people.
Oh,
They're just people.
yeah. I grew up in a Republican family. I'm all
I did too.
Republicanized.
Misguided, but nice.
I'm all totally Republicanized. I know all too well.
I think we all have a little Republican in us. Somewhere.
I don't know about that, but I did like that Archie Bunker, the poster that had a picture of Archie Bunker, and underneath it says, "There's a little bit of me in all of yous."
Ooh.
That was good. Are you
You want to
ready?
hear an apropos song?
Why don't you do an apropos song? Put that
Yeah,
microphone
okay,
back
we'll do
over the
apropos
apropos
song.
spot. Put it on the corner.
This is not a happy song.
Put it on the corner.
Down the corner.
Not okay. Good, right there. Very good.
Okay. This is a political song.
Political song.
Don't know what's going on in this country. Well, it seems we're making war. Sending bombs to kill children. I've seen it all happen before. And I wrote this 20 years ago. Money going to the generals. Women and children can't get by. Homeless children going hungry. Want the truth, all we get is lies. Reagan says he's a doctor. It was in Reagan's administration. But he don't know the cure. He don't even know the disease, my friend, that you can be sure. It's a short life. It's a short life. I want trouble to be over. It's a trouble to be old.
Very good.
Yeah.
20
The-
years ago, huh? You didn't need to change the words.
Didn't even change the words. I could just change the actors.
Yeah,
You know, just change the actors. It's the
Yeah.
same old song.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I didn't-
Here's to the
If you excuse me for
Happyville.
one moment, I'll be one like that.
Ah, you gonna do a song? Did she sing?
I don't know. What did she say? I didn't hear what she said.
I don't know.
She ran away. I was trying to tune in her microphone. Are you gonna do another one?
You want me to do another one?
Sure.
I'll do a folk tune.
All right. I have to pull the mic.
Well, it's a long way from East Colorado, honey, to my home, honey, to my home, honey, to my home. Well, this hammer done killed John Henry, won't kill me, well, it won't kill me, it won't kill me. Well, John Henry left his hammer all shining red, all shining red. John Henry did. Well, you can take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Tell him I'm gone. You can tell him I'm gone. You can tell him I'm gone. Well, and when he asks you where I done gone to, tell him you don't know. Tell him you don't know. Tell him you don't know. And if he asks you, was I running? Tell him I was flying. Tell him I was flying. Tell him I was flying. Hard work.
Was that the last verse?
Yep, I think so.
All right.
Yeah, that's a rocking song.
I don't know why I thought that verse had. I thought that song had another verse.
Do you know another verse?
No. No, I don't know any verses.
I've been practicing since I've been coming on the show. I've been practicing at home.
I know you have.
And plus I got that other CD. And listened to Robert Johnson a lot. Boy, he could play. He had a touch. Nice touch on the guitar.
Yeah. Well, you know what they said about Robert Johnson was he sounded like there was 2 or 3 people playing guitars.
Yeah.
But it was always just him.
Yeah.
You know, and it's true. He was kind of all over it. It just kept on going, didn't it?
Yeah. He had falsettos. He did falsettos, and he did some really nice. You know, he was crazy. Evidently, though, he was nuts. He was paranoid, and I mean. And you couldn't blame him for what was probably going on in his life at the time. But
absolutely, I know a little bit about all that kind of stuff. Not from Robert Johnson per se, because I didn't hang out with Robert Johnson, you know. But I did.
But you knew someone that did.
I did. No, I hung out with Guitar Gabriel. And
the Brothers in the Kitchen.
Some psychedelic stuff.
Yeah, I hung out with Guitar Gabriel
And the Brothers in the Kitchen.
And
who?
Well, there were some brothers in the kitchen. What, have I told you the story of the?
No,
or did they have a band called that at one time?
I met him back in the day.
Oh yeah, and
When I was a kid in Winston.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
when he lived in the big White House.
I don't know where he lived. I didn't meet him at his house.
Okay, well, what are the Brothers in the Kitchen?
That was his band.
Okay, that was his band.
I got a T-shirt, the Guitar Gabriel and the
Brothers in the Kitchen. Okay, well, I'll tell you a story.
Ragged.
I'll tell you about the story of the. I'll tell you the story of the Brothers in the Hall. Okay, but the hall. Now the hall led straight into the kitchen. The door at the end of the hall was the kitchen. But they weren't sitting in the kitchen. They were sitting out in the hall. They had like a bench and some stuff out there. And I went in one time to pick guitar up for a gig. It was in those days. It was called Guitar Gabriel and the Rhythmaires. Okay, and I was a Rhythmaire. That was before the Brothers in the Kitchen and the Rhythmaires. I was a Rhythmaire, and I went to pick guitar up for the gig, and he was fooling around, and sometimes he was slow getting ready and stuff, and he had to get his guitar and put it in the case, and and find his guitar wire, and so and there was about a half a dozen, I'll say, winos sitting in the hallway. One of them was Razorblade Johnson was sitting out there. Now there's a famous name. Razorblade was sitting right out there, and so I got to thinking about it, and I remembered that I had bought a bottle of wine that they used to sell back in those days called Red Rooster 21. Has anybody ever had Red Rooster 21? It was one of your fine wines. It comes with the screw-on cap, and it was a fortified wine, 21% or whatever, and it was
Thunderbird.
It was high grade Kool-Aid and lab alcohol. It was like Kool-Aid and lab alcohol.
Yeah,
it was that stuff, right? And so
poor man's drink.
And I remembered I had a big bottle of that in the trunk of my car. We called it Kickin' Chicken Red Rooster 21. Kickin' Chicken Red Rooster 21. So I went out to the trunk of my car, and I came back into the hallway, and I pulled that bottle out and showed it to them all, and instantly, all like half dozen of them, they all started crowing. They all started crowing when they saw the bottle. They crowed at it. And so we passed that bottle around while Guitar was getting his guitar together. Johnny, I can't remember Johnny's last name, had gone out. Well, I used to work at a music store in Winston-Salem. It was Duncan Music. No, Dixie Music. I was working at Dixie Music at that time. And Johnny, I can't remember Johnny's last name, came in with Guitar Gabriel. This is the first time I met the two of them. And Johnny had brought Guitar in to buy him a guitar. And they
got tea in it?
Yeah. And see if it's ready yet. It's probably pretty weak.
Yeah, pretty weak.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Okay. You can use weak right now after some of the stouter ones. So Johnny and Guitar were back in one of the practice rooms practicing, and they had found a red Epiphone hollow body electric. And that's what
found it
in the store. They had found it, and this is what Guitar was auditioning some guitars to see which one Johnny was going to buy him. See what I mean? And because he didn't have a guitar, but they were trying to put a band together. See what I mean? And Guitar was like this famous blues guy. He's like famous blues of folklore. Guys talk about them. So supposedly this folklorist went to, and I forget who, went to, Fat Boy something or other, whatever, on his dying bed, and was finding out what he could find about the old blues singers, what I call the old blues winos, and he was interviewing him as this guy as being the last of the originals, from back in the time of the guy you were talking about.
Yeah.
And he says there's one more. He says still living. He says is Guitar Gabriel. He says you've got to go down to Winston-Salem and find Guitar Gabriel. He's the last one, And that was the guy I used to play with. And so sure enough, the folklorist went down there, and then he took Guitar on his last tour. Guitar's dead now. But anyway, he came through Asheville. Huh?
You play Piedmont blues?
I don't know. I don't believe I have a CD. I got a T-shirt. I don't think I can afford a CD. I got a T-shirt. I used to play with him, so I didn't think about getting a CD.
You want to play?
Is it one of those white fuzzy
No, but I played harmonica with him. I was the harmonica player. I played harmonica with a lot of good people. See,
I've got a harmonica here.
Yeah, but I don't want to play your harmonica because I was a cold. Anyway, I'm getting around to the story somehow. Where am I going with this? This has
I
something.
wondered about it.
Oh, okay. Johnny and Guitar are in the practice room checking out some guitars, and they had about settled on this red hollow body electric Epiphone, which is a fine guitar. You know, it's about like the Gibson that B.B. King plays, but it's the Epiphone version, which, as you know, sometimes is even better than the Gibson version. You know, of course, a Gibson guy like you might not believe that.
I'm not. Yeah.
Anyway, you may know that Gibson bought the Ep company and moved right in, and they made those Les Pauls on the same jigs that the Epiphones were made on, and it was the same guitar. The only thing they changed was the Gibson on the neck. So anyway, so they're in there practicing on these guitars, seeing which ones they wanted. And they had about figured on this red one, and I could hear them a little bit slightly through the wall back in the room where I was working on amplifiers and doing technical work. I could hear them, and they were starting to sound kind of good. So I grabbed a harmonica and I ran back in there, and I jumped in the booth with them and started playing a harmonica along with what they were playing, and by the end of the day, I was in the band.
Feeling better today?
Oh yes.
Good.
Enough that I just had a big rant about Guitar. That's how I came to be in the band, Guitar Gabriel. But I'll just go ahead. I'll tell you in case I haven't told you before. I like to brag and do a little bit of name dropping. I played harmonica. I played harmonica with Guitar Gabriel. I played harmonica with Chuck Berry. I played harmonica with the Flying Burrito Brothers. I played harmonica with a big list of some fine. Come on in. Find yourself a seat and somebody help him find some good teacups over there and stuff.
What's the matter with the one in front of you?
In fact,
is there a clean one right there?
There's one there.
I think so.
Do we have two clean ones? I doubt that. Help them.
I'm just passing through and I don't feel like I have anything clever to say, so I'll just get up and let somebody have my seat.
Well, no. We're good. You just got here. You just got here.
This is gonna be today's guest. Oh, excellent. Okay.
You just got here. Have a seat.
One of my
You just
questions
got here.
already, wasn't it?
Sorry, I'm making a mess on your table.
I've done some thinking about the sound, and I think this week either everybody should wear lapel mics or should let me get a little bit bossy and change the seating arrangement just slightly.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll figure it out. How do you want to do it?
Well,
Hi. Your camera is directly behind your head. Let's see what happens if I change to the other camera. Okay.
How you doing?
There's a camera for you.
There we go.
See, now if you look over your
most
left
people
shoulder,
should
that'll
be
be your
able
phone.
to turn everybody else
And see, if
up
you
in
scoot up to the
comparison.
table,
Why don't you come over
you're on
Turn them
camera.
up.
Yeah.
Does she sit right in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there. Okay.
You have something new to say, you can sit up there in the hot seat.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
All right, now you're close to a
Yeah, 'cause
microphone too.
Lawrence-
Are you another psychic?
No, I'm a somatic educator.
Somatic?
Somatic. Soma, you know the term soma?
No.
Soma means me as a body,
Uh-huh.
as opposed to me as a mind.
I see.
There's-
Okay.
There's a lot of innate wisdom in the body.
I've heard this
I think there's
before.
enough cups now.
I've heard that there's
Yeah.
wisdom in our
Take us over there and there's one.
in our very bodies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Somewhat similar to
Sure.
what is it? We say it is if animals. If animals are born knowing something, what do we call that?
Instinct?
Instinct. Yeah. Well, instinct. Yeah, like instinct. Yeah. Let's see. I forgot to turn on the.
Well,
We
you know,
have special. Whoa.
at the most primitive level, our bodies are protoplasma. And that protoplasma hasn't changed since the beginning of plant life.
Protoplasma.
Protoplasma.
Tell me about protoplasma. What is the chemical makeup of protoplasma?
Oh, I'm not a scientist.
Oh, okay.
But the protoplasma, which all the complexity of life, plants, trees, reptiles, amoebas, animals, mammals, human beings, all the bones, the organs, the glands, the brain, all that differentiated out of the protoplasma.
Mhm.
So the protoplasma is the primitive state of life. And when we started breathing through our nose, we lost our
Like
direct
amino
connection
acids.
with the protoplasma.
You're not suggesting that we stop,
Breathing through our nose?
or that we should breathe through our mouth?
Well, we should breathe more through our mouth.
More through our
But
mouth,
Even
okay.
more than that, there are simple.
And that would put
Ways
us
of-
like more in touch with our reptile self, or even lower functioning.
Put us more in touch with the universe.
Okay, to breathe through our mouth.
Yeah. But even more than that, there's a way of breathing through the mouth where you are participating in a way that you're supporting the cells to do what they do. So there's a way to get the cells to do what they call internal respiration.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is this? Are you speaking like sort of a specific technique?
yeah,
And is that something you can demonstrate to us?
yeah, we can do it together.
Would you like to see? I have you on the camera there. I can take some of the special effects away from you,
Okay.
and I can turn this off. I'm not going to heat up any more water. Okay. Are we off the air yet? No. What time? We go off at 6, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
40 more minutes.
Okay.
It's already 6.
Is it? Is
So-
it something you can demonstrate?
The very important thing that needs to be done is we have to learn how to relax our jaw. And this totally goes against what we're all taught to keep the jaw, but to just let the jaw just relax.
Well, I'll tell you something. I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, and I think you too suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. You're not saying anyway. And part of my
Okay, we weren't talking about
symptoms for that is that I sit and clench my teeth. Nobody
Instead of
around
having a stiff upper lip, you have a relaxed lower jaw.
Nobody around me notices this, but this is something that there's a couple of things I do. I grip my thumbs
I
until
heard
my
it.
hands hurt, and I clench my teeth until my jaws hurt. But people around me don't know that. When that's the one I get by with is the clenching of my teeth. Nobody knows. I'm just sitting here. I just look like this.
Can you take off your headphones for a few minutes?
Okay.
Okay. So we'll begin with the method for releasing TMJ problems.
TMJ.
You know,
Tension.
tension. Holding
Okay.
here. So if you take the fingers like this and put one in front of the ear
Mhm.
and one behind the ear,
Mhm.
and just have it right there,
Wait,
Mhm.
hold on.
and then just right along there. And if you just open your
Oh.
mouth, you feel that there's an opening coming under your finger.
Uh-huh.
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 So that's the joint opening,
Mhm.
right? Now so if you just leave it open, and just let the finger kind of just go slowly, and just let the finger just go dip in and out. Leave it open.
Uh-huh.
And then, right where you feel the big opening there, turn your fingers this way so there's no pressure at all. Your fingers are just right there.
Uh-huh.
And then as you open your mouth,
Put the camera on him.
the finger goes inside the joint.
Mm-hmm. Does it now? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this- Go slow, go slow.
Yeah, I do
Does
that.
yours hurt too?
Go
Yeah.
slow, very slow.
Mine does.
I don't think you're supposed to have pressure on it, but
No
I can't
pressure at
almost
all.
can't help it.
Oh.
The
Okay.
finger is it's like when the mouth opens, it goes inside. It's like a snowflake landing on the surface of water. It's
Okay.
that gentle. But that finger, it puts a little bit of pressure, tiny little bit of pressure, on the cranial nerve ending in the jaw, and that changes the neuropeptide production of that cranial nerve.
Okay.
And neuropeptides is where that memory of trauma
Mhm.
is stored.
Okay.
So if you
Right.
change the neuropeptide, the architecture of the neuropeptide signal just a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
then you're changing the stories
Mm-hmm.
that keep recreating that physiological habit
This?
of brace.
No, right there.
Are you watching this, JJ? Are you getting this, JJ?
We still haven't changed the camera.
Oh, well, we want to change camera
I
again.
don't think you noticed it.
I changed camera once.
What
Oh,
do
there
you
we go.
want?
There.
I don't think I'm doing
It's
it.
got,
Yeah.
You want me to center him a little bit more?
yeah,
Yeah, I
center
think
him a
you
little
should.
more.
Yeah.
What is you wish?
a little zoom in maybe.
As you wish.
So
There you go.
prior to doing that exercise, there's one other very helpful little exercise.
There you go.
Because, you know, when
I have to put my headphones on, or else you need to move that microphone closer to you, and I'll be happier.
okay,
Or talk
I
louder.
want you to be happier, so I'll go
Or
closer.
scoot up.
Okay.
All those things.
So when our cranial
Now we're happening.
when our cranial nerves aren't operating properly,
Yeah.
we don't feel safe. We don't feel safe because we're not able to
When our cranial nerves are
not operating
okay.
properly.
We don't feel
we don't
safe.
feel safe. 'Cause
That's
there's,
right.
this is kind of this white noise in the nervous system,
Uh-huh.
so that no matter how much I want to be present here with you, if there's a white noise in my nervous system, it's going to split my attention.
I also have a profound ringing in my ears, but go ahead.
So there's a connection between the chin and the jaw.
Uh-huh.
You've noticed a lot of people, their chins, they're very tight and pulled in. When this gets
The
tight,
royal
it
family. Yeah.
tights up.
It is.
When this gets tight, the jaw automatically tightens, and that closes the cranial bones, and it freezes the occipital muscles at the base of the skull,
Uh-huh.
and it clicks the amygdala, which controls the emotions,
Right,
back
amygdala.
towards the reptilian brain.
That's just a little bitty thing, the meticula
Yeah,
thing,
the
whatever.
amygdala. It's a little thing, yeah.
What-
The amygdala.
The
That's- you can have
amygdala.
an
That's just a little
amygdala.
bitty thing, that amygdala, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
The-
But it makes a
and the
big
limbics.
difference in your whole attitude.
It's completely.
Yeah.
So if you put your fingers sort of on the middle section of the chin, and then put the thumbs on the corresponding back here,
Uh-huh.
and you have to be brave to allow yourself to do this. Just
What?
just let it be open, let it hang open.
Uh-huh.
But not in a forced way. It's soft. Imagine that your muscles are made out of cotton.
And what am I doing? Pulling it down?
Yeah.
I slip. My fingers are slippery.
Go-
I'm
go-
greasy.
Do it like this. Do it like this.
You have too many chins.
I have too many chins.
You're holding the wrong chin there.
Oh, yeah.
And then what do you do, yawn?
Yeah, yawning is
Yawn.
yawning's very good.
Mhm.
So
Is
if you
this
do that,
similar to a cranial massage?
yeah, this
I
would
had
be.
that done once, and this lady, I had no idea what was coming, and she said, "Do you mind if I put my thumb in your mouth?" I said, "Go ahead," right? And she clicked something, and it hurt intensely for a split second, but
Mhm.
afterwards it felt really, really good. It felt loose and free somehow. My
Mhm.
whole jaw, my
Yeah.
whole head, really.
Nice.
Is this something similar?
Similar.
Okay. Alright.
Anything that works, that's what I say.
Yeah.
So
I feel better already. Go ahead.
yeah, well, when the jaw is relaxed,
Uh-huh.
then the breathing and the awareness of